What up, my guys over here at the 5-Star Audience? We could not be more blessed and happy to come back at it like a crack addict with another episode of 5-Star in the building. We are doing good up here. I know you guys haven't seen us since we were here with Brother Suki, but we have been making some changes up in the studio that I am glad we are making, because we are taking, I believe after 50 episodes of 5-Star, we are taking what we're doing for you guys very seriously. So with all the newfound love that we have coming our way, behind the scenes, in the local areas, in the streets, with our people, and of course with you over the internet, we've decided to take this shit to the next level, and we've been doing that very seriously, and we're taking it very seriously to bring you guys top-notch, premium, consistent quality content. And today, we have got some sauce for you at the behest of my dog Tez. We're going to be talking about how to know if you are a placeholder boyfriend, aka that girl's bitch.
Yes, we're going to get right into it. We're back at it. Make sure to follow us on all platforms. 5-Star live stream, high demand _Tez, Tez Unplugged. We're going to bring it. We're going to keep bringing it to you live. I know it's been a minute, but we still been dropping shorts, dropping videos. So we haven't missed a beat. We out here. So we're going to bring you some fire episodes on how to not be a placeholder boyfriend and talk about what even is a placeholder boyfriend. So I'll jump right into it. Now, what is a placeholder boyfriend? A placeholder boyfriend is a guy who's in a relationship with the girl that doesn't really like him, that sees him as less than her. And she just got into the relationship with him because she'd rather be in a relationship than be alone. Most of you guys are placeholder boyfriends. So the first sign that you'll know if you're a placeholder boyfriend or not is if you ask her for the relationship. If you're like, we should be in a relationship, I want to be with you, and she didn't initiate the relationship, you are a placeholder boyfriend because you just told her that she is better than you and you want the relationship more than she does. So now you're going to get treated like you're just an option, and she's going to treat you like she's better than you. So what the bad thing about being a placeholder boyfriend is that you're not getting the best out of your girl because she sees herself like she's better than you. So do not be a placeholder boyfriend.
Bro, couldn't have said it more eloquently myself. I am glad we're bringing you guys this sauce because I swear to God, I am this close to naming a couple people, bro. I swear, I'm this fucking close to firing off what's up in my phone about these placeholder motherfuckers, because you stupid ass placeholder boyfriends literally leave the situation where your girl is coming out and hanging out with me just to enjoy some sort of thing that she's lacking in you, you little bitch. And that is what we got to talk about today, man. If you are a placeholder boyfriend, I really want you to know from the deep bottom corners of my heart, you are in a bitch-ass position. You're basically going to work at your job, at a career, for free. You're basically going to play basketball and let people fucking dunk all over you. And you're doing this in the field of dating. You're letting these women fucking beat you at a game that's designed for you to win. You got to understand, the woman is a very a creature of chasing what she wants. We talk about this all the time. There's the top percentage of men, and they chase that top percentage of men. They should be chasing you. So one of the first things that I want to talk about in this placeholder boyfriend scenario, even before I go into my first point here, I'll just say this real quick. There's actually, now that I think about it, in recent times where me and Big Dog Tez over here will go out and we'll be recruiting chicks. We'll talk to them. We'll go out on our missions. We'll be cold approaching like you know and love us for. And when we're talking to the girls and we're out there in the world and we're enjoying the zeitgeist and we're seeing how things are, most girls hate their boyfriend. And you can see that shit, man. You can feel it. You can feel like she'll be giving you attention when she shouldn't be giving you attention. She'll be looking at you in a way that she should not be looking at you. Or you could see the vibes and know that she just is not taking that dude serious. And by the nature of her relationship to the body language or how her etiquette is out in the public open, when she's publicly open in front of people, you could just tell by her mannerisms that she isn't in it for you. She isn't in it for the guy. So, what is one of the very first points that I have here for you guys to know if you are a placeholder boyfriend? First and foremost, you are right here, right now, today, a placeholder boyfriend if you shouldn't be dating. Oh, look. That had nothing to do with the girl. That's on you, bro. That's your fault. If you didn't take the time that it takes to level up in the world of gym, money, success, charm, if you didn't do what it takes to go out there cold approach, sleep with women when you need to sleep with women to get that skill up, if you didn't do what it takes to make yourself 007 James Bond style 5-star gentleman, you're a placeholder boyfriend, my boy. Doesn't matter if you're in high school, doesn't matter if you're in college, doesn't matter if you're in your career, doesn't matter if you're 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. If you didn't do the work that it takes to be a man that can give a woman the experience she should be having from your masculinity, you are a placeholder boyfriend, and you know you are if you haven't leveled up enough. What do you think about that, Big Dog Tez?
Hell yeah, that's right on the spot. If you're not the best version of yourself, you should not be in a relationship with your girl. Imagine you are a guy who wants to be a millionaire. You want to own your own business, but at this moment, you work at Starbucks. You're a barista at Starbucks. Are you going to give that job your all? Chances are you're going to be lazy. You're going to be like, I don't want to be here. I have bigger dreams. I want to be a millionaire. I want to have my own business. But you're working at Starbucks for the time being just so you can pay your bills. Are you going to be the best barista that you can possibly be? Are you going to work all these hours overtime? Are you really going to want to be at that job? Or is it just to meet ends and pay your bills? It's two different situations. Your girl, you're the Starbucks, and your girl's like, fuck, I'm just waiting on a guy who's a millionaire or a guy who has his shit together, a guy who's in shape. So the same way that you're not going to give that job that's paying you $12.99 an hour, you're off because you're not getting the benefits that you want. You're not a millionaire. You're not owning your business. You're not driving that job's not allowing you to drive the car you want to drive, live at the house that you want to live in. You're not going to give it your all because you're like, why would I give this job 110% if it's not even allowing me to live the way that I want to live? So, i.e., example, your girl is with you. You're not in the best of shape. You're not financially all the way together. You don't understand women all the way. So she's like, I kind of just want the attention. I just want a guy to feel a little secure. So I'm going to just accept the fact that he wants to be in a relationship. So I'm going to say yes when he asks me to be his girlfriend, because I'd rather be with someone and get attention than be alone and be insecure, not have anyone pay for my dates, not have anyone give me time or resources and attention. So I'm going to give him like half of my best because he's not the best version of himself. So she's going to stick with you until she gets with that guy who's all the way together, who is fully all the way on his shit, who's all the way in shape, who understands women, who gets her much better than you do. She's going to give that guy her all. That guy is the millionaire job, the millionaire business in your eyes. In her eyes, you're the Starbucks employee. Or you're the Starbucks worker. So that's why being a placeholder boyfriend is bad, because you're not getting the best out of your girl. Because first, you're not the best version of yourself. And like Chris was saying, that goes on you. You need to become the best version of yourself before you get into a relationship. If you're a guy who's kind of still figuring shit out and you don't really know what's going on and you're barely getting by, you shouldn't be giving your time to a woman, a female, because you're not the best version of yourself, and she's not going to respect you all the way because she's going to see your inadequacies, your weakness. And your weakness is her way out. The places to where you are weak in, she's going to find other men who have the strengths. That same spot that you're weak in, she's going to find another man where that's his strength, and she's going to get with that man. So remember that. Your weakness is her way out. So first, don't have any weaknesses. Have a even balance, or be substantially good in most areas. So don't be fucking a broke ass motherfucker be in a relationship, because then her way out is that. And when she sees a guy with money, she sees a guy with his shit together, she's like, damn, okay, my man is lacking in that. And that makes that guy so much more attractive simply because you're lacking in that. So first, get your shit all the way together, as much as you can get it together, and then worry about being with the girl. A lot of guys fucking, their shit's not together, but they're still for some reason with the girl. They're still giving her time, attention, and date, spending their money, and they're just getting further and further behind. Like, a lot of you guys aren't in a position to have a girlfriend because your girlfriend requires attention and resources. So you're fucking getting into credit card debt for your girl. You're living paycheck to paycheck because you're a girl, because you got to take her on these dates. You got to keep impressing her, holding up this image when in reality, you're barely just getting by. You're making it look way better than it actually is for her. But in the long run, you're just putting yourself further and further behind when you can sacrifice in the meantime and then worry about a girl later after you get your shit together. So you need to be, if you take anything away from this, what it is be that $1 million job to your girlfriend. Be the $1 million business to your girlfriend. A lot of you guys are the Starbucks, the Raising Cane's, the McDonald's. That's where you guys are, and you guys are in a relationship, and you wonder why your girl behaves the way that she does around you. You wonder why your girl disrespects you, because she's not getting the benefits that she really wants of being with the man. So be that fucking $1 million job before getting into a relationship. So you don't want to be a placeholder boyfriend because you want the best out of your girlfriend. Placeholder boyfriends do not get the best out of their girlfriends because they're not the best version of themselves.
You know what? And I'm gonna, before we move forward with our like professional format here, I'm gonna take a moment to shoot the shit with you guys and just call this what it is. Producer Billy, in the meantime, do you mind camera A and a coffee? That being said, I'm gonna tell you what this is. If you're a placeholder boyfriend, this girl is on her rise. She is on her come up. She is doing what the fuck she wants to do sexually. She's been fucked before. You decided to save her. You're saving her. You're head over heels for the wrong girl. And while you're head over heels for the wrong girl and you're chasing her and you're trying to save her ass and do what Tez was just saying, impress her, right? That's a big one, right? Like you're out here trying to like show her the best time of your fucking most romantic side of your life because men are the romantic gender. You're a pit stop on her way to fucking some celebrity or someone of greater resources. Like you're literally a bitch ass boyfriend. You are an accessory. You are the purse that she's wearing in her closet that day. You're the purse that she changes to, or you're the purse that she just throws in the bag and goes and gets another purse, and she's going to not even. She will never look back in her rear view over you. I swear to God, I promise you that when she levels up and she goes past you and she goes to when she monkey branches to the next dude, when she hypergamies, when she just says, fuck it, you're trash, you were cute, you were fun, you were safe, you were innocent, you made me feel good, you made me feel like I could do that, I could have a relationship with you while all my other girlfriends were in a relationship, or I thought this would be a cute thing to post about. You really are her bitch. You know what I mean? But over here at 5 Star, we're helping you recognize it for what it is. You're out there, you're walking on the streets, you're holding hands with somebody who doesn't give a fuck about you. You're sleeping with an enemy in your bed. You're sleeping with somebody who wouldn't even give a shit if you froze off on the Titanic and met your doom and gloom, bro. I swear to God, you could be in the fucking hospital from an accident that you were just in, and you die right there, and this bitch Charlie Kirk's your ass, and it turns out to be Erica Kirk, and just hops off to the next vice president type shit. Whereas you never made it into public office type thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't support none of those people. I'm just saying that is what it is. So hopping back into the format here, one of the easiest ways to know that you are a placeholder boyfriend is that you're with the girl. You've now brought her into a relationship. You probably did what Tez said. You probably offered it all your cards up front. You probably gave her everything up front and said, let me ask you for a relationship and bring you into this world, right? So because you did that, she was still in her world. And because she was still in her world, you didn't train her. And because you didn't train her how to be a part of your world, she's still talking to other guys via text message. Holy fuck! And let me say this. I don't care if you're a Gen Z, a Gen X, a boomer, whatever fucking retard category you want to put yourself in. If this woman is speaking to any male except yourself on any messaging platform, Messenger, Facebook, TikTok, fucking, if she's sending carrier pigeons to another man, if she's walking by the grocery store and still talks to that guy that she used to talk to, if her mouth, mind, eyes, body, soul, or thumbs are speaking to another male while she is with you, you, my friend, are a placeholder boyfriend. Let me explain why. Because you're a bitch, that's why. No, the reason that she's still doing that is because in her mating strategy, which is different than your mating strategy, you were sold monogamy, like you were sold breakfast, like you were sold a bunch of bullshit marketing, like you were sold, bro, I'm going to go off into the conspiracy world if I go down that rabbit hole, right? You were sold monogamy and you turned out to be an imp-ass ninja. And because you're an imp-ass ninja, what's going on in your life is that you don't realize you've been trained to be a bitch from the first cartoon you've ever watched from the Hollywood media. So what's happening is that you were trained to be the hero and save the damsel in distress. You were trained to save the girl. You were trained to be the guy. But the girl's mating strategy is not like that. Thank you, beautiful. That is completely not how her brain thinks. Her brain categorizes things into options. She is speaking to those men as a backup option to you. Like I was just making that relatable option, or that relatable statement with Erica Kirk and Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk gets fake assassinated or assassinated. We don't fucking know. Then the grieving widow, instead of being so sad about her man who's no longer here, is out there doing a bunch of shit with the vice president that looks a little like suspicious, right? That's a very contemporary example, but there's so many examples of this. If you're not there, if you're not protecting her, if you're not providing for her, if you're not doing shit for her, this bitch is talking to these other men as options. She's a human being, bro. You don't think she's thinking about those men sexually? You don't think she's envisioning her life with those men? You don't think that she's thinking about what it'd be like to have you out of the picture and herself inserted into another world like a feminine being? You dumb fuck. If you don't understand this principle, let 5-star break it down for you here. You need to become that $1 million business like Tez was just saying. In becoming that $1 million business, you need to fortify yourself. In fortifying yourself, you become a fucking castle. In having a castle, you have an army. You bring that girl into your army. There can be no chinks in the motherfucking armor. There can be no holes in your wall. There can't be any holes in your ship. And having other men inside your castle via your woman is a motherfucking chink in the armor, and you cannot have that. And if you don't have the fortitude or the wherewithal to eliminate the chink in the armor, you are not a king. You are not a man. You don't deserve to be dating. Comprende? Understand that? Because what you got to understand is that if you can't command things, if you can't change your reality, if you can't say, bitch, blowjob now, if you can't say, woman, stop, if you can't command the woman, you are not a man. They should be dating. And on top of that, if you let her text other men, in my eyes, over here at 5-star, we just think you're a straight up cuck. Like Diddy inviting dudes to fuck your girlfriend style cuck. That's exactly what you are, little bitch. What you think about that, bro?
1000%. And like you were saying, you need to be able to command this from your woman, but first you need to command it from yourself in order to be able to command it from anyone else. So if you're not staying true to your word, keeping your word, staying true to yourself, doing what you say you're going to do, how the fuck are you going to demand the best out of anyone else? It doesn't make any sense. A lot of you guys think just because you have a dick and you're a man that your girl's going to do whatever the fuck you want her to do because your mom fucking treated you like you were a king and you didn't accomplish anything. These women are not your fucking mom. You need to become the best version of yourself so you can demand the best version of other people first. And to give you guys an example of why a placeholder boyfriend is bad, she needs to like you more than you like her, right? You need to be the employer. She needs to be the employee. She needs to be applying for the job, not the other way around. A lot of you motherfuckers are asking for the relationship, asking if you're good enough to get approved and if your application is going to get approved, if you're going to get the job or not. She needs to be asking you if she's worthy of the job. Because when you go to your job, when you go apply for a job, they say if you get accepted or not. So they're in the power position because they're going to look at your resume and say, is this person qualified? Is he good enough to work for us or not? So that needs to be you with your girl. Your girl needs to be asking you for the relationship because she needs you more than you need her. And then once she asks you for the relationship, you need to look at her and evaluate, like, is she worth this? Is she worth the relationship from me? Is she worth my time, my resources, and my attention? And then you could start demanding stuff from her if she's asking for the relationship. You could say, you know what? I get in a relationship with girls that behave this way, and you don't meet my criteria and whatnot. So the first thing is you need to be better than your girlfriend. If you're a guy watching this and you're pedestalizing your girlfriend, you treat her better than she treats you, you're not going to get the best out of your girlfriend. I know you were told growing up your whole life, you need to treat all women like princesses, treat them like queens, put them on a pedestal. That is not how you get respect. You were lied to. We were all lied to as men.
Woo! Preach it!
We were all lied to. This isn't just you. I know you deep down inside, you believe you're doing the right thing. You were told to do this, but it is a lie. She needs to put you on a pedestal. She needs to treat you like you are better than her in order for the relationship to work. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. Treat her like a celebrity. She's going to treat you like a fucking fan. It's not going to go anywhere. So a lot of you guys like your girl way more than she likes you. And you wonder why you're getting disrespected. You wonder why she treats you the way that she treats you. Is because she knows that she can do better and she doesn't really like you. And she's just waiting for someone else to come along that's better than you so she can leave you. So she's going to start to just distance herself. She's going to start acting different. And next thing you know, you're like, what's going on? Why is she acting like this? And she's going to start saying, you know what? I need a break. I need to take a break. I just need space. I need to find myself. And you're going to be like, what's going on? What she's saying is, when she's saying these things, is that I found someone who is better. So I'm going to try this option out. I'm going to leave you to the side for now. We're going to try to, I'm going to try to break it off on good terms. So if this guy isn't what I think he is, then I'm going to come back to you. So when you start hearing shit like, I need to take a break, I need to find myself, I just need space, that is because your girl does not think you are the best that she can get. So if you're a guy and your girl's always nagging at you, your girl's treating you like shit, and you feel bad inside, but you're not speaking about it, the whole reason for this is because you're not the best version of yourself, and she doesn't respect you. She thinks she can do better.
You know, and I really want to touch on the point that you brought up about this treat her like a celebrity, she'll treat you like a fan thing. Like, I cannot tell you how prevalent that is. And let me describe that guy and what that guy is doing and what he thinks he's doing. The guy that's treating the girl like a celebrity thinks that he doesn't really have real experience with women, really. Like, he might be adjacent to it. He might be next to it. He might understand it. But in practice, he doesn't have it at all. He doesn't have wherewithal. He doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. So he's trying to get the girl to like him. And he thinks that trying to get the girl to like him is overly complimentary or bigging her the fuck up like she's like fucking Charlize Theron or Nicole Kidman or Alex Earl or whoever the celebrities are to you kids now. And he thinks that if he treats her putting her on a pedestal, essentially, that she's going to look down and be like, oh, I love this so much. He's speaking to my heart and my soul. And the way that your mind is thinking in that mentality is almost as if you're not talking to a guy. You're talking to a girl, but it's basically like almost like you think like you're talking to a guy, in the sense that you think that you could be forthcoming and logical with a bro, and you think that you could be straightforward and logical and forthcoming with the girl. This is what I mean by that. You know what I mean? You think you could just, hey, I want to have sex with you, I love you, and everything should be good from here. Is essentially the level of game that this guy is at. And that is, again, that not only is that being that's completely wrong. That's completely ass backwards. It shows that you don't understand women. It shows that you don't understand your value. And it shows that you don't have any success metric whatsoever. So also, the other thing about that is that you are completely leading with your sexuality first. And this is the biggest like fucking disgust and turn off. And I learned a lot about this when I was doing the whole Matchmaker Locals thing, is that some men are so thirsty or so like men. There's an episode we're going to do about men being sexually neglected. These men are so far removed from sex. They're watching pornography. They are jacking off 10 times a second. They are completely out of tune with actual sexuality. They're just completely out of tune with what it takes to like be sexually attractive to a woman. So what happens is that when you're going up and you're treating the girl like a celebrity, what that really translates to is that you are thirsty. You know what? Let me put it to you like this. If you're a guy and you got your resume and you're walking into a job interview, it's basically like begging for the job. It's straight, that is what it is. It's like, please hire me. Please, please. I'll do anything if you hire me. Please, please, please. That is exactly what you're doing, but you're sugarcoating it in flowery language to treat this girl like a celebrity. So I just had to touch base on that. Before I move forward to the next point, is there anything you want to say about that?
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's spot on. And, like, another thing I want to touch on is a placeholder boyfriend. The reason why this is bad is because you have no leverage here. You're the guy at the poker table with the least amount of coins. Like, you're the guy fucking who has on his resume who this is his first job. You have no experience on your resume. So you want to have leverage in the relationship. So if you're a placeholder boyfriend, she has all the power. At the end of the day, this is a game between the dynamic between men and women. That's why they call it game. Like, there's not a secret about that. It's like you're playing a game. The person who holds the power is the one who cares less. The one who cares more has no power. So always remember that. And because a lot of guys they hear placeholder boyfriend and they hear this and they're like, it's flying past their head. It's going over their head. They just don't get it. The reason why you don't want to be a placeholder boyfriend is because you want the best from your girl. That is just as simple as that. If you're okay with getting disrespected just to get sex, then this show isn't for you. Some guys are okay with getting disrespected, getting treated like half of a man, getting treated like a little bitch just to get sex here and there. If you're that guy, then this show isn't for you. Like that's just the bottom line. It's respect over sex. Not sex over respect. A lot of you guys are willing to sacrifice your respect as a man just to get a little bit of sex. And then that means you're okay with being a placeholder boyfriend. But again, go watch something else because this ain't it. So respect over sex every time.
And I got examples of this shit in real life, homie. I've said it multiple times on this show. There has been multiple times where girls that might be watching this show, girls that me and Tez both know, have gone and left their fucking boyfriends. Bro, I'm going to get into this point later, dog. I can't, bro. They'll literally be leaving their boyfriends to go spend time with dudes like me or dudes like Tez because they're not getting something that they need from that dude at home. And it's a sad sight to see that dude is in that position because he's so invested in his sexuality that he'll do what Tez said. He'll be disrespected for sex. Can you imagine you being so out of tune with your own sexuality as a man? You just one of the first episodes we did when Brittany was here was about, do women understand male sexuality? But as a guy, when you're doing that, you don't even understand. Like, let's say you were a guy that goes to the gym, you don't understand your own strength. You don't understand what it's like to build your body. You don't understand what it's like to come into your masculinity. You have no idea what it's like to become this fucking muscular tank of a killer fucking soldier warrior that you can be, but you don't even understand your own sexuality and what you can do with it. So that brings me to my next point. I had to go off there for a little bit to kind of like reel it in for the homies, reel it in for the guys, reel it in for the broskies, let y'all know what's up. Here's the next point. You know you are a placeholder boyfriend if her girlfriends don't respect you. Fuck, man. I cannot tell you how many times I've seen that shit in real life. And trust me, I've been in the trenches. I've gone through that shit. And when you find that shit, you need to be able to cut it off and eliminate it immediately. But if you don't have that ability, this goes back to exactly like what I was saying about her talking to her male friends. See, you got to understand, the female is a very special being, right? Women don't like women. Women do like being around men. Oftentimes you'll find women saying, I don't like girls, they're so catty or emotional and they don't make sense and they're annoying, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go hang out with a bunch of guys. And then what does she get from the guys? She gets the boyfriend energy from the men. She gets to hang out with men, feel safe, feel secure, feel protected, feel like, you know, that this lifestyle, it works for her because, like, for her, in her sexuality, she's surrounded by what she likes anyway. But also, she's getting boyfriend protection, or has a man with one of these dudes at least, right? Hopefully not more. And because she's getting what she wants, she's essentially using you or that scenario. Now, the funny thing about that is that she will like hanging out with a bunch of dudes, but you got to be able to cut that shit off, right? I just told you guys that. But if she's also hanging out with shit-talking women, oh boy, that opens up a bunch of doors. And if you're tolerating that shit, you definitely not like me. Because if you know your boy Chris, if I find out that a girl has friends, I will be having sex with her friends. If I find out she has a mom, a daughter, a sister, anything that's related to her and female, you should be fucking them, not letting them talk shit about you. But that's an episode for a different day. Let's relate into where we are right here, right now. Right here, right now, let's say that you're coming in to a normal, basic relationship and you found a girl that you want to bring into your life, and you didn't really do enough vetting in her, and you've already got yourself into the relationship, and you now have women that she's with that are talking shit about you. You have to understand that your girl is a feminine creature, so she will submit to loyalties that may be beyond you if you don't handle this shit immediately. So let's say that some of her friends that are shit talkers, she's known them since second grade, and now you have to hear about this whole like, oh, we've known each other forever, she's in my life forever type bullshits, right? What's going to happen, though, is that if you didn't assess that this person that she's known from second grade is a fucking hoe, and you need to cut that relationship out immediately, then you're fucked. So you got to understand, if your girl has hoe friends, they're going to talk shit about you, and they're going to do everything that they can to brainwash your girl to say, oh, he's not good enough. You can do so much better. He can be so much more. He's not really even there yet. Oh, he's just a doctor. He doesn't even have a private jet. Look at me. I'm talking to Floyd Mayweather, and he has 10 private jets on Instagram. Kissing that. Hey, man, I'm not going to talk about it here. Damn. But if you're not able to have the forewithal to be like, listen, I'm going to cut out these friends out of her life, so she can't be with the girls that are demanding the girls' night out. Which actually, I ran into some girls doing a girls' night out last night. I don't know if they had boyfriends and shit, but they could have. You know what I mean? The girls aren't advertising when they go out, hey, I have a man at home, that's why I'm here, where all the people can give me attention and fuck me. Right? You got to understand that you are a placeholder boyfriend if your girl is allowed to leave your presence and go hang out with other girls that are got to talk shit about you. You are a placeholder boyfriend if you're letting your girl go out with other girls to events. And I don't give a fuck how they sugarcoat. This is how a lot of dudes get fucked, right? You let your girl do like some sort of hoe event as her job, and she brainwashes you into saying that this is monetarily necessary. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to a show where I'm showcasing things, or I'm going to go to a work-oriented event where it's me and my professional women. Even that is condemned, my boy. If you are sitting down at home and your girl is out there with a bunch of girls at some professional career, at some professional event, you can't trust them bitches either. It don't matter if their title is CEO, COO, LMNOP, QRSTUV. It don't fucking matter if it's a friend, if it's informal, or if it's super formal. This shit is condemned, and you need to cut this shit out if necessary. I don't give a fuck if you got to have her quit her job. Remember what I said in the beginning of this. You got to be dateable enough to the point where you're the employer and she's the employee. You have got to do the work. Then you got to cut out those female friends. If you're not fucking them, if they're not sucking your dick, they do not belong in her life whatsoever. Because this will backfire on you. And let's say that you don't take my advice. This is how this is going to play out. You are going to accept this dumb bitch into your life. Then she's going to be your girlfriend or wife or whatever the fuck you want to call her. Then she's going to have her ladies' nights out. They're going to talk shit about you. You're going to see that they were disrespecting you. So she comes and disrespects you a little bit more. Next thing you know, you're trying to hug her. And when you're trying to hug her, she's moving further away from you on the pillow. She's slowly checking out. She's slowly exiting from your life. And then while you're getting all emotional, like a little fruity pop twink, You can't even understand while you're trying to put more emotional investment to the bitch while she's just anchoring away until your place has no longer held what it needed to hold, and now she's fucking some other dude who's going to disrespect the living shit out of her and treat her like shit because you couldn't put down any boundaries.
It's terrible, and that's what a lot of guys, that's a situation that they're in, and I'm going to keep drilling this shit in your head so you understand a placeholder boyfriend, because guys need to understand this. Guys don't understand the importance of this, so I'm going to keep saying it and drilling it in your head. Imagine you're working a job that pays you $12.99 and a job who's going to pay you $30 an hour offers you a position. Are you going to take that job or are you going to turn it down? 10 out of 10 times, you're going to say, fuck this $12.99 job. I'm going to leave and get this $30 an hour job. So a lot of you guys are that $12.99 an hour job. And as soon as that better guy comes along, that $30 an hour job, she comes along, she's going to leave you. So a placeholder boyfriend is simply just the second option. You are not her first option. That weak ass job that you have, that poor paying job that you have, you don't want to be there. That's not your first option. So the moment you get that offer from that job that you want to be at, you're going to fucking leave that job, and that job's not going to get your best. So that is the same exact thing as a placeholder boyfriend. If you're not her first option, then you're a placeholder boyfriend. You're that $12.99 job that she doesn't want to be at, but she still needs an income just to pay her bills. She still needs your attention just to get by, just to feel secure, just to feel better about yourself. So in order to get the best out of your girl, first you need to be the best version of yourself, and you need to be her first option. And the only way to be her first option is to be the best version of yourself. So get yourself together first, be on your grind, stack your money, get your bread right, get in shape, get your mental right, and then go out there and find a girl. You're trying to fucking take on another bill when you can't even get by. That's what a lot of you guys are doing. A lot of you guys are already living paycheck to paycheck, but you're going out there to get a girl. That's like fucking taking on another car note or another rent. It just doesn't make any sense. So first, stack your bread, get some shit in the bank first, and then you could have a girlfriend. Because a lot of times when you get that girl, you're going to have to give her some kind of experience that's going to cost some kind of money. And a lot of you guys just aren't in that position. So become a better version of yourself. I know you want sex. I know you want the comfortability of being around a girl, but you haven't earned it yet. It's a privilege to have a girl. Like, you have to earn having a girlfriend. You can't just fucking expect it just because you're existing. If you haven't done anything in life to better yourself or become the best version of yourself, you don't deserve to have a girlfriend. You just don't. I mean, that's just the bottom line of it. I mean, I know we don't live in a fantasy world to where everybody gets what they want. That's just the reality of it. So first, work on yourself, and then go out there and experience the pleasure of having a girlfriend. And then you can actually get the girl that you want. Because a lot of guys, you're out there, but you're not even fucking the girls that you want to fuck. You want to fuck 9s and 10s, but you're really fucking 3s and 4s. That's the reality of it. And I'm not just talking shit. Like, this is me too. Like, I understand. Like, everything that I'm saying is I've been through all this shit. I'm going through all this shit. This isn't me coming from a position like I'm better than you or anything. But it's like, you're with the girl that you don't really want to be with because you can't demand better because you're not the best version of yourself. So imagine that. It's like you're just stuck. It's like you're settling at that point. You're just settling. So work on yourself. Get on your grind. So the girls that you're beating your dick to, you can start fucking.
Yo.
That's it. So the girls, hold on, let me rewind that shit. So the girls you're beating your dick off to, you can actually fuck. Right? That's the goal. You don't want to just fantasize your whole life about the girls that fucking you beat your dick off to. You want to grind hard as fuck so you can eventually, you can actually start fucking those girls. That's what it is.
Feel me? And yo, I'm going to take a quick little side quest over here and just say, I really like what you said about the car example earlier, right? Taking on a second car note or whatever. Yeah. Because your boy actually got himself a second car today. So quick Dom DeMarco shout out to that, because the way in which that was acquired is actually an asset to me.
Oh, Fire, yeah.
Fucking litty.
A referral car, like for real.
Like a real car.
Fire, yeah,
downstairs right now.
Hell yeah.
Fucking lit, bro. We're out here making the move. So I'll tell you more about that off air. You know what I'm saying? If you want to see that shit, it's behind the paywall. If you want to get behind the paywall, the only way to do that is in the link in the bio. We got something even more special for you guys, but you already know at subs.com/5star what we doing out here. We making moves. We making it happen. And I'd also like to say that we have taken a special time to help out a lot of men in this community. We've recently got back in contact with the guy from our own brotherhood that you'll be seeing on my social media here shortly, you know, if you haven't already. And we do a lot to showcase our life, show you our wins, show you our losses, make sure that you know what we got going on over here so that you can take these examples at home and know that, like, that being said, we are actually helping out a guy who kind of like was off the grind, come right back into it, and we're trying to level up the homie, bro. So we do a lot to help men out here. And that very same guy, when I was having a conversation with him yesterday, he brought up Tez and said, yo, man, Tez has always been the dude who wants to work hard to level up dudes in life. You know what I'm saying? He is the coach. You guys got to go to Tez Unplugged. He really is the coach that wants to make sure that you guys are leveling the fuck up and winning this propaganda war and making sure that you're out here dating intuitively. If you aren't following him on High Demand Tez on Instagram, if you aren't following him on Tez Unplugged, you are missing the fuck out on some sauce that you're going to be needing type shit. That being said, I've got another point for y'all over here to know if you're a placeholder boyfriend or not, right? And this is how you know you're a placeholder boyfriend. If you're in a relationship with this girl and her Instagram is all about the celebrity life and she is all about the luxury life and every bag has to be Dior and everything has to be, what was it, Berkshire? If everything has to be like fucking next level luxury, and if she is about that fast life, luxury life, model life, entertainment life, I need to go to the music videos and shoot music videos life, if I need to go out there and be a model life, if I need to be in every viral video life, bruh, you're not only a placeholder boyfriend, you're a joke. You know what I mean? You're a imp of the imp of the imps of the imps. You are Imp-mageddon, bro. You are Imp-Ghanistan. You are fucked, right? So let's play this out, right? You sitting on the couch with your Instagram, and if you're a normal dude, you probably use Instagram like any other dude uses Instagram. You don't give a fuck about it at all. You follow anything, you hit like on anything and everything that you see that is relatively remotely interesting, and you don't realize that if you hit like on a girl's picture, the girls are so fucking stupid, retarded, dumb, and fucking indoctrinated that when they see you hit like on a girl's picture, it matters to their stupid, fucking, irrelevant, worthless feelings. Ugh, bro. You don't realize that there's actually an etiquette or a socialness to these digital dumb fucks, right? So because you're sitting over there in retarded Tokyo and you don't realize that there's now a whole je ne sais quoi, you don't realize that there's a lifestyle, you don't realize that there's a do and a don't to all of social media now. There's a dance you got to play if you want to play the game of being attractive to women. You have got to know that the way in which her social media and her Instagram especially is set up is going to reflect highly into your life very quickly, very immediately, because women are brainwashed and dumb from Instagram. And because they're dumb and unintelligent and stupid and retarded from the dating platform Instagram, I've got to teach you how to be smart about this. Let me give you an example of what I mean by this, right? I actually told Tez this, bro. I remember I was having a conversation with one of the girls that I had actually met on Fresh and Fit. And I had ran into her at the gym like a year later when we were on. And I hadn't seen her for a while. And I was like, yo, how's it going? Blah, blah, blah. How's life? Where are you? Like, I'm catching up with her and shit. And in order to have the conversation and talk about what I've got going on, I pull out my Instagram account and I show her the Instagram account, and I'm telling you, Tez, when I did that, you can just see the way in which the girl's eyes look at the Instagram account of what she's seeing and absorbs the information is as if she is a computer downloading this information and she now accepts this as reality. Whereas if you're a dude, it's just a fucking pictures. You don't give a shit. It's pictures on the computer, pictures on the net. You know what I mean? But women, you have to understand, Instagram is real to women. Let me say this again. Instagram is reality to women. Let me drive the point home. Reality is not reality to women. Instagram is reality to women. Fake, curated, highlight-only, bullshit, attention-seeking platform is real to women. And it might not be real to you, and it will never be real to you if you're a normal dude, but it is real to them. And because it's real to them, because they're fucking retarded, we got to smarten you guys up about how to play the game, because I'm just saying, it doesn't look like we're going to be able to fix this retarded problem anytime soon. Unfortunately. In fact, it might just get worse. There's more advancements in social media and AI and Web3 and all these things that are coming out that's just going to make it even harder for you to get around this inability to differentiate reality from non-reality when dealing with women. It's not the 1950s, my guys. So what you need to understand is that the girl's social media is real to her. So if she is, let's say you go on her following right now, right? Go to the girl that you like. Go to the girl that you're dating. Go on her Instagram right now. Pull up her profile. Go to who she's following. If it's blue check, blue check, blue check, blue check, blue check, blue check, The Rock, Tom Cruise, celebrity, influencer, but like her friends are just like her. Well, it could be like just her like normal friends in some scenarios, and then her friends are probably, if she's this bitch, she probably has like a bunch of fast life friends too. So if she's chasing the fast life, which means entertainment, movies, she wants to be an influencer. When you talk to her, your dumbass thinks, oh, she's gonna be big one day. Go women. Support women. This is amazing. Right? Like, or like you're doing it in the backwards feminist agenda way, right? Not like actually caring about women, but actually thinking, oh man, women should be men type mentality, or women should be the superhero, right? If your dumbass is thinking like, oh my God, and Arnold Schwarzenegger shouldn't be the Terminator, a girl should be the Terminator. If you're one of those dumb fucks, I am talking to you. This is a dead giveaway that, again, like I was saying, if you're sitting on the couch and you've just been following your friends from like high school, college, you got a couple cool accounts here and there that you're following, some funny ones, and then she's over here and she sees a post from Floyd Mayweather, Trey Songz, influencer after influencer, and she's trying to figure out who's doing what and where, and she's trying to be like, Tulum, I'm going to Tulum, we need to go to fucking Tulum. Or if she's like traveling, and you know, traveling is the most fucking disgusting thing a woman could do, honestly, in my palate. When you see that she's trying to like weasel her way into the celebrity zeitgeist or the celebrity way of life, you are the bitch of the bitch of the bitch of placeholder boyfriends. You are the lowest of the low placeholder boyfriend, because in her reality, she sees herself with like this infinite amount of clout that is unobtainable, that will never last because fame is fleeting. But you are a category in her mind. You are a box. You're a box in her brain. You're basically either safety, or your shelter, or your food, or your physical sex, and she's out. I'm sorry, bro, but if your girl's chasing the celebrity fame limelight, you are a imp.
Yeah, you're done if she's doing that. If your girl is still behaving like she's single when you just gave her a relationship, that is a sign that you are a placeholder boyfriend and she wants better. If she's still dressing crazy, half naked, going outside, having girls trips, going out, getting drunk, posting crazy pictures on Instagram, that is a sign that you are a placeholder boyfriend. That's equivalent to purchasing a home, from a homeowner, and the homeowner decides to still keep the for sale sign on the yard while you're living there. You're going to be like, what the fuck? I just bought this house. Take this shit off. He's like, you know what? I only sold you this house because you gave it to you offered me $200,000 less than what I wanted, and it was on the market for so long. That's the only reason why I gave you this house. But I'm still going to leave the for sale sign outside for $200,000 more because you gave me less than what I actually wanted. So I'm going to leave that for sale sign outside while you live here. You're going to be like, what the fuck? Like, so someone might come offer you a good amount and you might want to leave that house. Like, what the fuck is going on? That is what's happening with a lot of you guys. A lot of you guys are giving out a relationship and your girl is still behaving like she is single. She still has the for sale sign around her, i.e. posting crazy pictures on Instagram, behaving like she's single, going out half naked, getting drunk with their friend. That is single woman behavior. She has already been purchased by you, which means she needs to behave like she is in a relationship. So a lot of you guys are fucking the homeowner, and a for sale sign is still outside in your front yard and you're looking fucking crazy. You're with the girl who doesn't respect you, doesn't want to be with you, who still acts single even though you gave her a relationship. Once you get in a relationship with her, her behavior should change. And if it doesn't, that is a sign that you're a placeholder boyfriend, and it's a sign that you're not good enough to be in a relationship. So really think about that. Really think about that. You're living at a house. You just bought a house, and the for sale sign is still there while you're living there. The landlord decides to keep it there.
You know what that reminds me of, bro? When the way that you phrase this example reminds me of that girl Bonnie Blue, like the girl who slept with 1,000 something men. It's like wifing her up and watching that train get ran on her. Buying the house and all these dudes living in my crib.
Exactly, and that's a lot of you guys. And yeah, there's the cardinals for them. Like, let me put my own sauce on the house. But yeah, fucking,
hey,
your girl still has a for sale sign on her fucking neck because you're not the best version of yourself. You didn't give her what she believes she is worth. She has $100,000 for sale sign on her neck, and you offered her $50,000 while no one else was giving her anything. So she just took your offer, but she's gonna leave that fucking sign on her neck until she gets that $100,000 offer. And now you're looking fucking crazy, like what the fuck's going on? But really, it's because you're not the best version of yourself. You're not good enough to demand anything else. That's the reality of it, bro.
You're just a straight cut, bro. You literally just watching Bonnie Blue get fucked and fucked and fucked and fucked, and you put a ring on it.
That's what's happening, bro.
Yo, that's what actually some dudes do. Did you see the thing where Riley Reid, I don't know if it's still in effect, but she got married, and I think she got pregnant, and then no, it was the other one, Lana Rhodes. She got pregnant, and when she got pregnant, bro, the memes at the time were just fucking hilarious. They're just like the embryos inside of her. And they're making fun of this baby before it's even born, and they're just roasting the fucking baby. And some dumbass is marrying these porn stars. And in this example, marriage is the ultimate commitment that you can give a woman, in the sense that you're going to go to the government and say, hey, government, I want you to be a third party inside my life. Go ahead and protect this woman and give her all the benefits and give her all the protection, and fuck me over if I do anything right. Right? And then you're giving her everything and everything and everything. You're laying your whole life out on the line for her, and then she's getting railroaded by fucking everybody. That's exactly the house example here, bro. This is the kind of cuck we don't want you to be. But if you are this kind of cuck, I'm just gonna call you Diddy. Damn, bro. I got another point out here, so I'm gonna bring that one up for y'all. And I alluded to this earlier in the episode, right? You know you're a placeholder boyfriend if she don't spend a whole lot of time with you. Tez, I'm going in, bruv. Let's get it. This is Air Force One, motherfucker. I got a need for speed. This is Top Gun, motherfucker. All right, so here's what's going on, right? In my own personal experience, in my own life, as my own example, I cannot tell you how many times a girl, I don't know, meets me in real life, meets me on social media or something, and inserts herself into my life. And she's getting a little bit closer and a little bit closer to me. And she wants to know about what Chris got going on in his life and shit. And come to find out, relatively soon, the girl is spending time in my life where my life is like an action life, and she got a boyfriend at home. Bruv. So she's dancing and playing the line of like, am I going to hook up with him or am I not? Is he an option or is he not? Right? So she's doing this dance, and there's literally a full-blown boyfriend sitting at home wondering where his girlfriend is while his girlfriend is playing a game of will I give some pussy or will I not give some pussy with a whole other guy, bro. Bruv, when I tell you, if your girl is not spending time with you in the way that you have structured it and the way that you have delineated it, because at this point in time, if you're dating, you should be able to structure out your whole fucking woman's day. If you can't do that, you are a bitch. Ugh! If you don't understand the routine that your woman has, if you don't, again, remember the chink in the armor, you need to set up this girl's life. She needs to be moving in the way that you say that she moves. She needs to be at where you say she's going to be at. She needs to be able to feel so comfortable with you that she's able to surrender to you to the point where you're able to tell her what she needs to do in a way where you are cohesively building out your life. You're cohesively building out your last name. But if you're not doing that and you're sitting at home alone going through my Instagram stories, or if you're sitting at home alone wondering where your girlfriend is, bruv, you're not only a placeholder boyfriend, you're not even fully a boyfriend. You're like a half boyfriend. Bro, that's like a whole new term. You're an option, half and half. You're half and half, bro. You are half and half milk, motherfucker. You flavor up someone else's coffee type shit. You flavor up the cuck's coffee is what you are. So, you know, I've seen that in these scenarios that the girls that will be the ones doing this are either like they're models or they're attractive, right? They're like in the upper attractive range. So because they're in the upper attractive range, they're shopping out their options and they're used to having men at their behest, right? So they're used to being able to like command men, and they're used to be able to getting attention from men, and because they understand how much attention that they're getting from men, they know how to be like, okay, that man right there, I know I can bend him to my will. I know I can wrap him around my finger. I know my power level as a woman, but you don't know your power level as a man. Over 9,000 type shit, right? Did you ever watch Dragon Ball Z growing up?
Barely, like a little bit, like yeah.
All right, well. If you watch Dragon Ball Z, you know there's different power levels, right? Like the girl's all the way fucking Super Saiyan, and you a little Krillin ass bitch. You feel me? Like you have no power. That's exactly what this girl's doing to you. When she was young, she discovered out how attractive she was. She found out how she was able to command men. She found out how beautiful that she was. She found out that men were willing to do anything for her. They were willing to imp on her. And she found your ass, and your ass didn't level up. You're a nerdy little fuck. You are or your personality. You could be the biggest, strongest, buffest dude in the world, but if you're soft like a little bitch on the inside, relatively feminine, relatively not like, maybe even if you were like abused a lot as a kid or something, and you don't have like the ability to lay down boundaries because you're a people pleaser type of dude, she's gonna look at that and say, ha ha ha, this is mine. I'm gonna take over this shit. It bends to my will. Right? And she's doing that, but in her girly way, right? So she's doing that and still able to set your ass at home while she goes out. You see what happened here? If you're waiting around for your girl, she is the man and you are the woman. That's why I had to save the best for last. A lot of sauce up in this motherfucker. If that girl is wifing you, you are lower than anything I've said. You are the half and half to the cuck. Bro, you are Pete Diddy's baby oil's bitch. You are the bitch of the baby oil. You feel me? Now, if you're all the way at this level of low and your girl's hanging out with me or Tez or some other guy or some other Chad or some other handsome ass man out there, you got to understand, 5 stars is your only hope. You got to go to our programs. You got to reach out to Tez. You got to hit us on Instagram. You got to admit this shit. If you were at this bitch level, homie, please tell us the truth. Chat it in. Talk about it in the live chat. Send us a direct message. If you're at this low of a level in life, I would do anything to not be you, bruv.
Damn.
Type shit. So yeah, that being said, if your girl isn't spending time with you, she's spending her time with other men, romantically, homie, or testing that pretty damn close to it, you know? That being said, bruv, what else we got? You got any other sauce you want to throw on this for these peoples?
Yeah, bro. That's just if you're going through, you don't want to be that fucking guy. And another thing is that if you cannot lay boundaries in a relationship, or if you're afraid to have boundaries in a relationship, you are a placeholder boyfriend. That's a sign that you shouldn't be in a relationship. If your girl's doing shit that you don't like and you're afraid to speak up about it, get out of the relationship. You need to go focus on yourself, better yourself, and feel good enough, respect yourself enough to demand those boundaries. Because a lot of guys, your girl's doing shit, you're afraid to say something about it because you think that you're going to lose her. And just by you having that mindset, I already know off rip that you're a placeholder boyfriend because you believe that she's better than you. You have no leverage. So go out there, focus on yourself, better up yourself, and then it's going to feel normal to demand the best out of your girl, because a lot of guys are just being quiet about shit that bothers them in a relationship, and they're not saying anything because they're afraid that they're going to lose the girl. So if you're that guy, if your girl's going outside and going to parties and clubs and shit and getting drunk and you don't like it and you're not saying anything, you're a placeholder boyfriend, because she doesn't respect you. And she knows deep down that you don't like it. And she knows deep down that she doesn't respect you because you're not saying anything. She knows that you don't like it, and she's expecting you. She wants you to say something. But she's like, damn, he's not going to say anything. He doesn't respect himself that much to where he can't have any boundaries. And she's going to look at you like, damn, I do not respect him, because I know a man is supposed to have boundaries. A man doesn't like this shit. She knows that, but she's waiting on you to say something. So therefore, she can't respect it. You're a placeholder boyfriend, and as soon as something else comes along that's better than you, she's going to leave you. So if you're watching this, think to yourself, if you're a guy who's afraid to have boundaries on your girlfriend, or if you do have boundaries and your girlfriend doesn't listen to your boundaries and she doesn't adhere to the boundaries, she doesn't respect you. She thinks that she can do better, and the best thing that you can do is just leave the relationship at that point. You have to be willing to walk away, and you have to walk away. That is the only way that you can leave with respect, and your pride and dignity is by walking away. Because by you staying in that relationship, you're just going to keep digging a hole that's deeper and deeper of you showing you don't respect yourself. So the takeaway from this is if you're afraid to set boundaries, if your girl doesn't respect your boundaries, if she doesn't adhere to your boundaries, you're a placeholder boyfriend, and you need to get out of that relationship, focus on yourself so you can come back to the dating marketplace and demand respect and fucking have boundaries on your girl.
And, that being said, I'm actually going to give you guys a little bonus sauce from something Tez just said, right? A lot of you guys are being quiet about shit that bothers you. I'm going to go in on this for a second, right? If you are a guy that's not vocalizing something that you have a problem with your girl, you're misusing your natural dating defense mechanism that's built into you as a man. Every single man is literally built in with like hearing out what the girl's saying and silently breaking up with her based on what she said, right? Every guy has that built into them. Women, if a guy has walked out of your life, you piss them off. If a guy's no longer texting you, talking to you, calling you, giving you any attention that you were expecting or having before, you said words out of your mouth that disrespected him, disrespected his view of life, disrespected his future, made yourself a liability, and he immediately broke up with you in his mind silently, and he'll never say it. Kind of like the analogy of homeboy steps out for milk and never sees his kids again type shit, right? Now, that is you in your masculine power. That is a good thing. If the girl says something and it pisses you off, gone. That is your masculine strength. No yelling, no screaming, no crying, no emotions. Pick up, leave. Be gone, bitch. But if you're misusing this, you don't understand your own sexuality as a guy, you don't understand your own dating skills as a guy, you're not on the power level yet, you're actually misusing that defense mechanism inside you to like keep your survival going in procreation, and you're just being quiet about things that bother you. That, homie, is the symptom of a problematic bitch ass, and you are a bitch on the inside. If you're having a problem, you got to understand, man. Like, look at this podcast. Take an example from me and Tez. I say things on here all the time that are not politically correct, and I happen to be a person that does not give a fuck if you like me or not. But if you're operating in society and you want to be liked, and you are a man, and you want to play a game of being liked, and you don't have balls to stand up and fight and say no and display courage or display bravery or set a boundary like me and Tez were talking about, you are basically going to be a dude. Like, I'll give you a work analogy. You'll be a guy that, let's say, deserves a promotion but never vocalizes it, never fights for your money. You just kind of expect that it'll happen if you stay there. And because you never fought and you never challenged and you never tried, they're not going to increase your fucking salary. You got to fight for that shit. Nobody gives a shit how you feel about your fucking money. You know, whereas let's contrast this to women. Women are imbeciles, bro. They're idiots. They're always talking about shit they shouldn't be talking about. There's literally dudes out here making merchandise talking about self-snitching. Women be self-snitching all the time. I'll give you a great example. Okay, not too long ago, right? I was having a conversation with this chick, and it naturally came up. The whole like way that I date, the whole multiple girls thing. She had asked like, "Yo, so like, have you had like a threesome before?" To which I say, obviously. To which she said, "Well, guess what? I've had sex with two dudes at the same time before." Right? Like, she needed to say that because this girl was competing with me. That, which is a whole nother level of interpersonal insanity, right? But if you are a girl and you've been fucking Eiffel Towered by some dudes, maybe you should... Man, I can't even make that joke. Maybe you shouldn't talk about that. Maybe if you have any self-respect, which clearly you don't, you nasty little whore, you shouldn't be mentioning that shit to anybody ever. Especially a man that you take seriously or are interested in. Ironically enough, most of the time women... they know that they're discussing whores, and because they're discussing whores and they've done a lot of sex in the past, they know that if they like a guy, they don't want to talk about that in front of the guy. Okay, we could actually test this right now. If you're a girl, go and talk to the guy that you like right now and tell him about how Fred was hitting you back shots, fucking you doggy style, putting his foot all up in your face, spitting in your eyeballs, and now you're kissing Todd. Let's see Todd's reaction. Let's see how he feels about that. Let's see if he silently breaks up with your ass, you dumb bitch. Right? Right? Most girls know how to manipulate and get what they want from withholding their dirty, disgusting past because you're whores. With like, your past will affect your future, basically, right? But on the flip side, in recent times, bro, this new wave of women, they don't even have that filter. They just out here saying it all. They're saying, you know, bro, I seen this clip where I went to college. I went to 4 colleges, but one of the colleges I went to, shout out to UCF, downtown Orlando, is a place you'll go if you're a UCF night. And I saw a viral video, and I probably have it in my notes here somewhere because me and Tez do a lot of research for the show. And there's 2 girls talking to like an interviewer type, celebrity type, or not celebrity type shit, but like a street content dude, right? Out there in downtown Orlando. And the girl's yelling to the camera, "We just had an orgy in the bathroom. We just took 18 dicks," or something like that, right? And I'm like, bruv. And that same girl that just said that is going to get a boyfriend one day, if she hasn't already. Is going to get a husband one day, if she hasn't already. Is going to have kids, if she hasn't already. When in my personal opinion, if once a girl has done that kind of stuff, you should take her and the people with AIDS and like send them to the sun. Just let them float away. Just send them off, right? Or give them their own island. Keep them away from the matchmakers. Keep them away from the dating life. Keep them away from the people that want to take dating seriously, right? They don't fucking belong here. But unfortunately, they are here. Now, remember, to summarize this, I said all this to say, if you're a man and you're being quiet about things that you don't like, you are always going to be on the losing end of dating.
Yes, you are. And that is a sign that you need to improve. If you want to be a basketball player and average 30 points a game, but you average 12 points a game, that is not the other team's fault. That is, you need to get in the fucking gym, practice on your shot, get better, practice your free throws, get better in the inside your floaters and shit, so you can average that 30 points a game. So if you're a guy who wants all this shit from his girlfriend, who wants to demand this shit, but you're afraid to do it, that means that internally you are incongruent to yourself and you need to self-improve. That is not her fault. That is not anyone's fault but yours. Because if inside you're afraid to say something that you want to say, you don't believe you're worth what you want. So if you're not worth what you want, you have to improve to demand what you actually want. And that comes down to not being entitled. Because just like women are entitled, men are entitled as well. You want more than what you deserve. So first put in the work so you can get what you deserve or get what you actually want. And then life will be a lot better. So get out of that relationship of being disrespected. Focus on yourself. Become the best version of yourself so you can actually get what you want. Because if you find your girl always saying things that turn you off, that's like, ew, she just said that. If she's talking about her past or talking about shit, she knows what the fuck she's saying. She's inadvertently telling you that she doesn't really like you, because everything a woman says, a lot of times she's aware. If she's saying shit that's unattractive to you all the time, she knows what she's saying. That's not by accident. It may be coming off like, oh, she doesn't know what she's saying, but she's telling you
who she is.
She's telling you exactly who she is. So if you find out, if you're always constantly thinking to yourself like, ew, she just said that around me, like, that's gross. If you're constantly saying that to yourself, and when she's talking, she's doing that on purpose to let you know that she doesn't really like you. So a lot of guys are just giving your girl that, giving her the benefit of the doubt shit is out the window. No benefit of the doubt. No, maybe she just doesn't know. She just doesn't get it. No, stop lying to yourself. And I've been there before, lying to yourself to believe what you want out of a situation, because no, she is aware of what she's doing. So you're not good enough. Get out of the relationship. Focus on yourself. And that's what it is. Because it's easy as a man to lie to yourself, or as a person to just lie to yourself and think like she just doesn't know. She wouldn't do this. She wouldn't. A lot of guys are just lying to themselves.
Guilty till proven innocent.
Exactly. She's guilty till proven innocent. So fucking be the best version of yourself before getting into a relationship. That's the main takeaway from this here, because you're just going to keep getting disrespected. You're going to feel like shit inside, and it's your fault. Put the fucking work in so you can get what you want out of life. A lot of you motherfuckers want this $1 million job, but you have no fucking skill. You want something that you're not qualified to get. You're not qualified to get the bitch that's gonna do whatever the fuck you tell her to do. You're not qualified to get the 10 that's gonna fucking listen to your every word, because you haven't put the work in. It's that fucking simple. If you keep demanding all this shit and without putting the work, you're never gonna get that shit. That's just the reality of it. So you're a placeholder boyfriend. Focus on yourself. Put in the work. Be the best version of yourself, so you can then demand what you want out of a relationship. And not every girl is worth a relationship. So that's another podcast, and we've touched on it before. Know who and who not to give a relationship to in this dynamic between men and women. So focus on yourself. Be real with yourself. Take a real deep look in the mirror and ask yourself, am I the best version of myself? Can I demand this stuff from a woman? And if the answer is no, you got to be real with yourself. If the answer is no, just be alone for a while, focus on yourself, and then come back once you've created the best version of yourself, and dating will be a lot better.
Yo, that being said, man, we've dropped a lot of sauce on here for you guys, man, and we're gonna continue to do that. That whole guilty till proven innocent thing. If you guys don't know what I'm saying, what me and Tez are saying, if she was born female in the context of dating, she is guilty until proven innocent in every fucking category. You need to vet this woman if you're gonna give her serious relationship attention. But that is the end of this episode, so we are gonna close it out here the right way. We're going to make sure that you guys understand how to get in contact with us over here at 5-Star. Right now, it's subs.com/5-Star. Watch out for what the fuck we doing, because we are updating the social media with full fucking force. We're bringing you new content, new clips, new ways of streaming. We're bringing you in. We're actually going to be updating some of the profiles that we have out there on the social media, you know, updating some of the icons here and there, making it all nice and like really attractive. So hopefully you guys are enjoying the content that we're giving you. You know, me and Tez are going to talk about all that soon. And then what I need you guys to do is get involved with us and really stay close to our social media platforms, man. And we are always putting out cool shit on the stories. Please make sure you're following _Tez on Instagram, Tez Unplugged on Instagram, Life of Chris Livestream on Instagram, 5-Star on Instagram, watch 5-Star Clips on Instagram. There's a lot of love going through all these different Instagram accounts. Of course, go follow producer Billy. She's got 5-Star content on her social medias right here, right now on Instagram. And then you'll find that in the link below. And then we got other brothers from the Brotherhood that are posting our clips too, man. And if you guys want to get involved with us, the only way to get involved with us is really to message Tez, to message me, to get involved behind the subs paywall, which is in the link below, and also on my Instagram account. And thank you for tuning in and hanging out with us for this stream. This shit is only getting bigger and better every single time. Thank you guys for watching. I'm talking to you guys. I see you in the comments. I see you in the chats. I see you guys in real life. We're out there. And me and Tez are doing everything that we can to make sure each and every stream on the 5-Star live stream is bigger and better.
That is a fact. And let us know what you want to see. Like, comment, subscribe, leave a comment. Let us know some topics, what you're going through. If you got to make a fake fucking page, you don't want to expose who you are, then do it. Let us know so we can bring it to you. And we're going to keep adding value and bringing this heat. So let's get it. Follow on all platforms.
Anonymous watchers, bro. We know. That being